Hey guys, I'm Joe.
And I'm Shar, and we are really excited to come to you today. We hope that we can bring a little bit of, some tips and some tricks on working together as a couple.
Some inspiration on working together.
Inspiration, yes.
We've heard so many times that couples have trouble working together. They have trouble figuring out what they want to do. And so, as Shar said, we're here to just bring some of the tips and tricks that we've used to help you.
Right. And that is one thing that we did here in the past when we decided to start a business together. Is, a lot of people would say, ooh, you guys are going to work together as a couple. That takes a lot of patience, and there's a huge learning curve, and a lot of times you don't get along. And
I'll never forget a former leader, and this was a great friend of ours, great woman.
I gotta turn this off. It's 20 minutes.
Yeah, that thing's bothering me too.
There we go.
Actually came to us when we talked about this, and we were going to build this together. And she said, "Wow, you know what? That'll be interesting because my husband and I don't necessarily work that well together. So that's why I spend most of my time building the business." And we looked at each other. I remember driving home, and we were like, "That was kind of a strange thing to say because in any business that we've ever been in, from way back in the day, we've always just worked well together because we each have our own strengths and our own weaknesses."
Right. And we have the things that we like and we don't like. And I don't know, it's interesting because what you'll find a lot of times too in a marriage or a relationship is that opposites tend to attract. When people say opposites attract, it really is true.
It's true.
I tend to be the one that, I was talking to somebody about this weekend. I could take a book and go sit in a dark corner and read for hours and be just fine. That would kill Joe.
I want to sit in a dark corner with a dark movie. Well, not a dark movie, but with a movie. Not a dark movie.
No, but Joe is seriously the one that would, he's the one that walks in the door at the party and says, "Okay, everybody, the party can now start." And he loves interacting with people. People don't believe me, but that is not me. I am not the one that goes out and will put myself out there and talk to a bunch of people. I'm trying.
And Char's right.
Something I'm working on.
No one ever does believe that because you are social and outgoing. but we all have different levels of introvert and extrovert in us, and that's just sort of how we are. I was thinking about there was a period of time, 5.5 years back when I quit my full-time job. I'd had enough. I was frustrated. I was done. We were in a good position. We actually had a side business, and that was generating income. And I was done with my job, and I quit. It was
it's a little scary.
It was, to be honest with you, it was terrifying.
We had two kids.
I'd been with this company for 10 years, and it was rough to just up and quit your job. But I will tell you that the 3.5 months that I was off were phenomenal.
Right. By the way, you guys, we do not suggest that anybody just up and quit your job.
We're not.
Life is not a fairy tale.
I don't know that I'm not condoning that, though. In the same instant, if you're looking to build a business, sometimes, and as a great friend of ours once said, you've got to burn the bridge. As a matter of fact, there's a great video. I will put a link to it in the bottom of this by a band. Love it. Burn that bridge, or burn the boat. I'm sorry.
Burn the boat. Yes.
Burn the boat. You want to burn that boat. But that 3.5 months was phenomenal. We got to get up. It was actually heading into the summer. We got to hang with the kids a little bit, and it rolled into the school year. We would work out together, and then we had all of that time to help work and grow on our business together. And it really was amazing. And we learned about each other, and we learned about really how we wanted to build and grow a business at that time.
Right. It was. I just loved being able to interact. It opened our eyes to that dream that we had too. And that, by the way, I just thought of something that helps to be on the same page with your goals and your dreams. It's okay to have different goals and dreams, but when it comes to a business and an overall family goal, I guess I would say, it helps to be on the same page and working and moving towards the same thing. Right. But that really opened our eyes and showed us what the possibilities are and how awesome our life could be if we were calling the shots and we could just spend that extra time working on our business and having fun doing it. It was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
So
you talked earlier about playing to our strengths and to our weaknesses.
Right.
And there's an incredible drill that we ran through a long time back. And then just for fun, we ran through it again today. So we could bring this to you because it really, as a couple, if you're looking to work with your significant other, it really is important that you both know your roles and your responsibilities in your business.
Right.
You know, it's CEO, COO, CFO, whatever our role is, or you know, whatever, Chief Technology Officer. I love that one. You have your roles and your responsibilities, and so I want to share this with you.
And one thing I was going to say too is that people talk a lot about, find out what your weaknesses are, and build them and make those better. Well, you know what? You can move a lot faster if you already know somebody that can do it better than you, and you guys play to your strengths. Yeah, you can work on your weaknesses and try and step them up, but in the meantime, if somebody's better than you at doing it, let them do it
and learn
let's
from
move
them.
forward.
And learn from them, because I learned so much from Shar all the time on things that drive me insane. Stuff that just doesn't matter to me. I don't care if I say it ain't right and my grammar isn't all that good.
And the line isn't
and
straight.
My punctuation, and the line isn't quite straight. That doesn't truly matter to me, but it really probably does, because there are some people that those things may turn off. So I'm always learning, always trying to grow. Got a whole library of books where we're always reading and growing. But the drill that we ran through long time back, and we felt was so helpful, is I don't like exercise. And what you're going to do, and I'm going to just share mine with you real quick. It's very simple, okay? And I'll put that right there in front of my face like that. It is just 2 columns on a piece of paper. Left column says I like, right column says I don't like. We do this separate from each other. We don't talk to each other about it. We go off into different places, and we figure out, what is it I like to do in business or life or whatever it is that you're doing this with. For us, it's business.
And to be honest, this is a great exercise to do every once in a while.
Absolutely.
Because your likes and your dislikes change. You might decide that or you might not decide, but you might become really good at something. You just decide you're good at it. I'm good at it.
I'm good at it now.
You might become really good at something that you weren't good at before.
There's some power in just saying I'm good at something and then going and doing it.
True.
I do like that. I'm going to put that down. I like that.
I like just saying I'm good at things.
But so what we did, and it's funny because my likes and my dislikes really didn't change much from the last time I did this. There are things that just don't matter to me. And there are other things. So, but you go through, and we each wrote down the things that we like, the things that we enjoy doing, especially, and this was business related, what we like doing in business. And then we wrote down our dislikes. And then we sat down, we came back down together, and we sat down and we looked at our list. And you'll see that on my list, there are some things that are circled, and there are some things on Shar's list of likes that are circled. And this was real easy. The things that Shar circled were on my do not like list. These are things that drive me nuts. The very top one. It's funny because the top one for both of us in her like list and my dislike list was design. I don't want to design anything. I hate that. And I'm not talented at it. Shar is extremely creative and very talented at this and is good at this. So that instantly becomes something that she's going to run with and I'm going to back away from. I give input. I give my thoughts.
I usually get the design done and then I come back and say, what do you think about this? What could be better? What could be... But I put down the bones.
And typically 98% of the time she's nailed it, crushed it. We love it because we're sort of symbiotic one brain, right? But at the same time, I still provide input. So we both have our likes, we both have our dislikes, and I try and stay as far away from the dislikes as possible because they turn into a time sink. They turn into something that, designing something takes months for me. And Shar can crank something out in an hour. And so you want to stay away from the things that suck away your time and work on the things that you really are good at.
I mean, there's something to be said about taking the time to learn something new. True. But if it's taking you like 3 months, 6 months to learn this thing, then kind of put it on the back burner. Let someone else do it that already knows how to do it. And you can, slowly at your own pace.
And some of those things that I don't like that...
Sorry, I got to close that again.
I want to learn those, but it's never going to be my core focus or my strength.
And oddly enough, one of the things that I put on my dislike list is shooting from the hip. And here we are, shooting from the hip.
But
one of the things he loves is free flow. So he loves this kind of stuff. I am not the most comfortable doing stuff live when I can't go back and edit it. You know, I like to edit things.
But this is great, and you can see how natural she is at it. So
it's a growing experience.
And so some of this is absolutely becoming comfortable in your own skin and learning who you are and growing from there, right?
Right.
So,
and I mean, one thing that we found too, when you start working together, I mean, not every day is going to be peachy keen or rosy or whatever you might want to say. But what you'll find a lot of times is that if somebody's having a bad day, then the other person is usually having a good day and they can pick that person up. And that's just working together. It's like a push and pull relationship.
I can't tell you. Okay, so we behind the scenes, if we could throw in some real bloopers here, behind the scenes, there are so many times we have sat down to do something like this and argued for like 20 minutes with, I don't think you're into this.
Sometimes with the camera on.
I don't think you're into this. I don't think that you don't want to do this. You're not ready. You're not in the right mind frame. We always end up coming together, but absolutely, yeah, you have to play to those strengths and understand that when someone is down, someone else might be up.
Right.
At the end of the day, we balance each other out, and that's what it's all about. And the other thing that I'd say is you have to have patience.
Yeah.
Have patience with yourself. Have patience with your partner, with your business partner, your life partner, your companion, whatever it is, your significant other. And have patience with the process and the journey. This is not a sprint, guys. It's not something that happens overnight. We didn't just turn the camera on today and we just ran with it. We've been doing this for a while now. We feel much more comfortable. But in the beginning, you wouldn't believe how much we bumbled over this. We weren't even certain that the camera was turned on and facing us correctly. Well, that's not true. That's not true.
Okay, that might be me, actually. Even though I have technology as one of my likes.
Yeah.
But one thing I will say, too, you said, it's not a sprint. To be honest, when you are enjoying your business, especially if you're doing it with your significant other, you don't want it to be a sprint. Being successful quickly is great, but the business itself, it's a journey. And it's so much fun to take that journey with the people that you love, the people that you want to share this journey with, and as well as your team even. True.
And you watch it grow, but having patience through the whole process, and you're right, Shar, I do want to, of the two of us, patience would be on my dislike list because I'm not patient. I want it now. I don't like taking long trips. I don't like driving places. I want Star Trek transporter technology. I want to be there now. But be patient.
You just want a DeLorean so that you can jump into the future. And
be patient. I don't want a DeLorean. I want a Ferrari. Be patient with the process and the journey and how you grow, and watch it. You can go back and watch some of these videos that you've shot and see how you've grown, and you can feel it. That's great for you.
And learn from each other.
And learn from what you've done in the past.
Right. So you guys, if any of you are thinking about running a business, the other thing I will say too is that if you guys can work together as a couple, you will have a stronger business. True. Because you got each other's back.
But you've got to learn how to do it. And once again, we've talked with so many people where it seems like a foreign concept. Right. Maybe one person isn't really engaged or doesn't really want to be engaged in the business. You also can't force them into that. Love them along the process, and let them see what you're doing. But understand that if you can get your significant other, your partner involved, it can be so much more powerful, because alone I'm just one guy that's talking at a camera, but with my amazing wife, I've got so much more. I mean, so much more knowledge and beauty and strength and courage, and that's it.
Well, and even if they're not engaged, just having them involved, having them understand what you're trying to do and how important it is to you. Is great, because they'll do whatever they can to help you behind the scenes.
True.
They just may not be on camera, or
absolutely, they may not want to be in the forefront.
Maybe not building the business, but they totally support you in what
they
you're
may
doing.
not want to be in the limelight, but they absolutely can.
That's on my.
That's one of your things. Yeah, don't be in the limelight.
Don't want to be in the limelight.
Maybe that's why I was thinking of that word. They may not want to be in the limelight, but they can support you other ways. They can support you mentally and emotionally and physically, and love you and help you along the way, as long as you're open and honest with what's happening and what you're doing in your business. So.
Right. So you guys, good luck on everything you're doing with your business.
Please reach out to us if you have any questions. we love to help. You know, it's amazing the number of people that we help cross-line, not even in our same industry. We just love to help people learn and grow, because you only get one shot on this big ball of mud, and you've got to take that shot.
And to be honest, we are all on the same team if you think about it.
True.
Especially with network marketing.
Yep.
We're all trying to do the same thing, and we're all trying to build a business, and we believe in what we're doing, and just trying to make a better life for everybody.
You know who I love, by the way?
Besides me?
Besides you. I love a lot of people. I love you, Mike Wagon.
Hello, Mike. And
Anyways.
I saw Marty earlier, and we missed you.
Yes.
So,
guys, figure out what you need to do. Figure out your likes and your dislikes. If you are on your own and you're building this by yourself, figure out your likes, look at your dislikes, figure out how they're going to filter into your business and how important they are and where you need them, and then work on them as you go.
and I was going to say, and if you are by yourself, build from your strengths first.
Yep, absolutely.
Don't
Build
focus on your weaknesses. Focus on your strengths. Be strong moving forward. And those weaknesses, you can work on them, one at a time in the background, but don't spend all of your focus trying to make your weaknesses better.
You need to build this along the way. I've got all of these books, and I didn't read all of them in one day, frankly, because I can't climb into the corner and read a book in one day. It takes me a while.
That's a talent.
But you learn as you go, and if you have a weakness, figure out what you can do to help learn on that and grow on that, and then build your business. So we believe in you. Go make today a great day. Go learn, figure out what your likes and dislikes are, and grow from there.
See you later, guys.
Bye-bye.